Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Family gets back to say one last farewell to the unique Victor Kyriakis. Various famous entertainers from the Cleanses past take their characters back to Salem for the powerful dedication administration, and Days spoilers feature a portion of the huge returns, key minutes, and a memorial service crasher, Vivian. Here is your Days of Our Lives spoilers video review for the 7-day stretch of September 4, September 8, 2023. Get ready to share a few tears and witness some warm and shock minutes. Rachel Melvin is back as Chelsea Brady, Beau's little girl and Victor's granddaughter. At the point when she shows up in the neighborhood, she has a second alone with Sonny. The world without Victor Kyriakis, she murmurs delicately. It simply is not exactly right. The outdoor funeral service begins shortly after everyone begins to gather. Theresa, Jen Lilly, is among the visitors available. Philip, Sarah, Lindsay Godfrey, and Rex are also included. Close to Victor's coffin, there's a huge outlined photograph of the departed. Sonny's remaining close to it and gazing at his number one uncle. There are a couple of warm family minutes. Chelsea and Belle, played by Martha Madison, share a hug. Furthermore, many tears are shed as well. Philip wails close to his dad's coffin, while Justin gets teared up as well as he admires paradise and says, "I will miss my dear Uncle Vic." Even Beau, yes, Beau, is seen embracing his deceased father in a hospital gown. In any case, what might a Salem burial service be without a little show to zest things up? Everyone gathers at the Kyriakis mansion following the service, where a surprise guest arrives. It's Victor's ex, Vivian Alamain. "What on God's green earth would you say you were doing here, Vivian?" Kate asks her longtime foe, indignantly. "I've come to say farewell to my first love," counters Vivian, raising a glass to her previous spouse. All Maggie, Suzanne Rogers, can do is feign exacerbation in disdain. Yet, come on, it's Vivian. Doubtlessly she's back for more than that. Like issue with a capital T, watchers should continue to watch to figure out why she's truly around. Across town, Dick Van Dyke is back. He interfaces with John and has a second with Julie, Susan Seaforth Hayes, and Doug, Bill Hayes. He informs the couple that I used to sing all the time. Then, in the middle of the hospital, he dances with Julie. Regarding the matter of Van Dyke's secret person's character, some data is found. There are a couple of flashback scenes before John and Marlena, Deidre Corridor, move toward him with some news. "I'm familiar to you," he inquires. Will they convey the data he's been hanging tight for? See everything for yourself in the video beneath. Days of Our Lives airs weekdays in the United States on Peacock, Plus, and Canada on the W Network or Global TV app. For more about what's coming up in Salem, look at every one of the most recent Days spoilers, and for a top-to-bottom gander at the show's set of experiences, click here. The best spot for genuine Cleanser fans to be is our Facebook gatherings. Are you a member? In the event that you love Cleanser spoilers, tattle, and fans as devoted as yourself, look at them. At the point when fresh insight about Victor's passing at last broke on Days of Our Lives last month, the show worked really hard of honoring one of the show's actual titans with north of 7 days of flashbacks and grieving. Even though the show was celebrating Maggie and Suzanne Rogers' 50th wedding anniversary, it somehow managed to seamlessly incorporate all of that. However, that was only the beginning of the goodbye, and this week we're going to get the following stage, Victor's burial service. What's more, this is the part that will get truly close to home for everybody on screen and off. Kyle Loder played Brady back when he originally came to town as a youthful grown-up, and in those years he developed near John Aniston. Loder, as Rex, may be present at Victor's funeral, but he is not required to speak. What's more, for that, the entertainer's really appreciative. "I don't have the foggiest idea how I would have had the option to get past that," he tells Drama Summary in their new issue. Since the characters might have been expressing farewell to Victor, However, the entertainers were for the most part present for Aniston. Loder concedes that after he shared his underlying tears for Aniston, he assumed he was finished, until he got to Victor's administration. It was so crude, thus genuine on the grounds that it was like we were at John's memorial service, he shares. According to me, there was no acting here. The burial service, however, is only one piece of expressing farewell to Victor. Since his misfortune leaves a colossal void in the show, in the background, yet additionally on screen. How John affected the show is how Victor affected the Kyriakis family, Wally Kurth, Justin, tells Review. For him to not be there any longer, they generally lost their balance. Regaining focus will take some time. At the point when Aniston kicked the bucket, Paul Telfer, Xander, confesses to process, I was trusting the show would address it elegantly, yet with a solid storyline befitting how fabulous John was, yet additionally the way in which significant Victor was to the entire state of the show. Also, he affirms they did. It was adequately terrible to lose Victor. We have a feeling that the tears will soon turn to gasps when we add in Vivian's return, and whatever unpleasant surprise she has in store, the unavoidable battle for Titan, and the mystery of what Victor was up to when his plane went down. And in all honesty, even in death, that is the most fitting response to Victor. While Salem is grieving Victor Kyriakis, a few characters get somewhat of an interruption when they run into a confounded sweet elderly person who starts to appreciate them. Dick Van Dyke appears as a guest star and has some lovely scenes with Doug Williams and Julie Williams, played by Susan Seaforth Hayes. They meet him in a medical clinic, yet in addition realize he wants assistance. Will Marlena Evans, Deidre Lobby, and John Dark have the option to find out where this man should be and why he is in the clinic? He doesn't actually appear to be aware, however, presently there is a secret to settle. Another negative aspect of Brady Black's life has arrived. He lost Rachel Dark, Finley Rose Slater, to Kristen Dinora, Stacey Haydock. Chloe Path won't return to him. He currently knows Philip Kyriakis is alive and had attempted to set him up for homicide. Victor Kyriakis, his grandfather, has passed away. Might it at any point deteriorate? Indeed, it's difficult to discern whether the abrupt appearance of Theresa Donovan, Jen Lilly, is better or more awful. Brady is stunned to see her at his entryway. She lets him know she is there for Victor's memorial service, however she additionally has more to talk about. With Brady in a miserable and weak state, where will this lead? Rafe Hernandez has been on an exciting ride vocation, for half a month. Lastly believes that it should stop. He can now return to his previous position, but he isn't even sure he wants it. He is content with his relationship at any rate. However, there are things he needs to pursue a decision, probably as a cop. On Monday, he pursues a significant expert choice. Finally, both personally and professionally, Sean Brady, Brandon Beamer, is forced to re-evaluate everything. He knows his pity and drinking are both wild, and he really wants to take care of the two issues, so he at last starts to set things straight. Peacock lets you watch new days of Our Lives episodes every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.